Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for watching my video series this Ramadan. If you are enjoying it, then remember that the best videos are yet to come. The best stories, I'm holding them back until later in the month. If you can help me get to 10,000 subscribers before the 27th night of Ramadan, then inshallah I promise to share an absolutely incredible story on the 27th night. Today's story is set in the 1990s, the late 1990s. Chechnya is a Muslim province of southern Russia, and in the 1990s Russia invaded Chechnya twice. There were two, they called them wars, they were more like genocides. Tens of thousands of Muslims were killed, and some of the Chechens, being very brave people, they fought back against the Russians and they inflicted heavy losses upon them. So I think it was 1999 or 2000, around that time I was visiting one of the Arabian Gulf countries in the Middle East, and I went to visit a brother. It was late at night in his house, and some guys came to visit him who had just got hold of a videotape from the resistance in Chechnya, and he said, watch this video. And it was raw, unedited, no titles, no background nasheed and song and fanfare. It was just a completely raw, unedited videotape. And in it, there was a group of about 50 Chechen fighters who were on a mountainside, and moments before this video was filmed, they had stumbled into a minefield. And maybe 20 of them had been hit by mines. Now, mines are these they're like these small explosive devices that are placed inside the ground. They're buried inside the ground. There's a tripwire, or there's blazers, or what, depending on the type of mine. When you trip that mine, then it shoots ball bearings, big like ball bearings and pieces of shrapnel, and it shoots them in a direction towards your legs, like the knee and below the knee and like the foot level. And they are designed to amputate, they are designed to maim, they're not designed to kill you. A very, very evil piece of, I don't know what sort of, what devil or shaitan who came up with these ideas. It's not designed to kill you, it's designed to maim you. And I've seen some injuries from mines. If you step on a mine, your leg has to be, in most cases, your leg has to be amputated. So I've seen many mine injuries. So this group of people, so this video is daytime, or like around lunchtime, for example, like maybe 1 o'clock or something. These group of guys, fighters, so they're in military clothes and they've got like their weapons. They're on a mountainside in Chechnya, and shortly before this video was filmed, of this group of 50, many of them have been hit by mines. So they stumbled into a minefield, they have been hit by mines, so they have multiple fractures in their legs from the knee downwards, and at some point, they're losing blood, and their legs will have to be amputated. There is complete silence in this video because they are in so much pain. And what were they doing? They were making Salah. They could hardly move. Some of them were just lying there, and they'd been dragged there like from friends or whatever. They were making wudu while lying down with small amounts of water, and they were making Salah. Some of them were struggling to stand, but they were forcing themselves to stand just so that they could make Salah. And there was silence in that video. So there wasn't moaning and groaning from the pain, but there wasn't any chit chat. There wasn't any chatter, because they were in extreme agony from the pain of those ball bearings, all those multiple fractures that were there on their legs. And that was such an incredible, it's been like 25 years now since I saw that video. And it was just a few minutes that I saw, and I don't know where it went. I never saw that video again, and I didn't see it in public anywhere. And it left such an impact on me that I'm talking about it to you now. Just seeing those people, the state that they were in, and yet they were wanted to make their salah. They could have made their salah lying down without making wudu. Allah would have allowed them to do that. You're allowed to do that. But they wanted to try in those circumstances as best as possible to make their salah like they normally did. A lot of people, they struggle with salah. They're afraid to make salah in public or at their workplace or at college or school or university. What are people going to think? What are they going to think? I'm a bit weird, I'm a bit strange. What are they going to say about me? Salah is the barometer. Salah is the yardstick. It's the thing that measures how much respect you have for yourself. When you place priority on your salah and you are not ashamed or afraid to make salah anywhere whenever the time comes, whether it is in your workplace, whether it's in public, whether you're walking down the street or you're in a park, wherever you are, if you are not afraid and ashamed to make your salah, that shows that you have respect for yourself. You have respect for Allah and you have respect for yourself. If you want other people's respect, but you don't even respect yourself, then how will you even get that? You will find that people respect you more when you hold on to your principles and you hold on to something which is bigger and greater than the things that people usually hold on to. When you hold on to your principles, you get more respect, not less respect. When your salah is in order, then all of your other affairs will begin to fall into place. So if you are struggling in your life with something, if you're struggling with the health condition, if you're struggling in your work, in your business, if you're struggling in your studies, if you're struggling in any part of your life you are struggling, and if you are not making salah, ask Allah to help you make salah. And Ramadan is the ideal time to make that change. You find it difficult to do 5, start with 1 salah a day. And I saw this in prison. I saw many people, including reverts, that found the prospect of praying 5 times a day, they found it so difficult. And I learned this technique from a brother, and I would go to one of these guys and say, can you go? No, I can't pray 5 times a day, it's just too difficult. And I said to him, can you do 1? And he said, yeah, I can do 1. I said, okay, so let me write it down for you in English, what you have to do. Let me teach you how to do it. Which of the 5 is easiest for you to do? And he would say, okay, lunchtime, there's nothing on TV and it's boring and everyone is locked up. And I said, okay, just do that prayer, just that one. And so he begins to do that one, and once a day, and it takes him like 5 minutes, and it's easy, it doesn't interfere with his day. And I would make him do that for 1 month. And I'll say, every day I'd ask him, did you do it? Go, yeah. And then eventually towards the end of the month, he was like, actually, this isn't, this is easy. It's not that bad. I think psychologists say that if you do something regularly every day for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So then after 1 month, then I would add another salah. I'd ask him, okay, which is the next easiest for you to do? And he'll say like the night one. Then second month, he's praying like Dhuhr, and then he's praying Isha. Then the third month, he'll add on a third salah. Then the fourth month, he'll add on a fourth one. The fifth one, he'll add on 5. And then in the 6th month, he'll focus on getting up for Fajr. And there was like strategies and things. But it all happened without it affecting his day-to-day life and without him even noticing it. So make that change. Use Ramadan, make that change. Start making salah. If you are not making salah, ask Allah. So say, oh Allah, I want to make salah. I want to make salah. And think of those people. Look at the incredible circumstances under which they made their salah. And they would have had an excuse. They could have prayed it lying down. But salah is something so important that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that even in battle, you have to make salah. It's not excused. But what is excused is the manner in which it is done. If you're injured or if you're hurt, or in a battle, there's a verse in it's called the Salatul Khawf, the prayer of fear. In Surah Nisa, Allah describes how half the army can like line up while the others, so half of them they pray and the others keep watch, and then they're praying, but half the army will make a ruku and the others are standing, and then when they come back up from ruku, then these lot will go into ruku. It's like a whole like science behind it. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He thought of everything, but He didn't say you're allowed to leave Salah, because Salah is our lifeblood. It's our spiritual lifeblood. Without Salah, there's nothing. People often ask me, how did you get through 11 years in prison and isolation? And 2 years I spent in complete isolation in a supermax prison in America next to death row. How did you get through it? And I'm like, just from Salah to Salah. Because I knew I always had something to look forward to. It's Fajr time, and I knew I had something to look forward to, and it would break up the day, and it would break up the time, and it would divide my time. And that's how I got through it. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He got me through it. So that was today's witness account and today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, press subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, share this content far and wide. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers before the 27th of Ramadan, and I promise to share a wonderful story. And leave a comment, even if it's to say thank you, even if it's to say Alhamdulillah, because that trips the algorithm and then YouTube shows it to more people. Till the next episode, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.